Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get the off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my thing was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You gonna Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them buckets. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready? Blue way. 59. Here we go, here we go. Check 9, check 9. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Let him go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
From the gun, Winston. Got him in, it's Brashad Perriman. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky. Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Back. Easy. Back, check the back. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready. White 25. Check 53. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. 36.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Here we go. 180. 16. Good track, good track. Hey, alert. 6-6. Pull it.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. I got this.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
12.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Check, come on.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overrule the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 20! And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 48 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it with Jones. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's convert. You gonna get this boy? You think green, triple team. Trump. You think you gonna get this?
On 3rd down, Winston. He's got Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready? Move ready. Hey, stop. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Winston now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go, even.
Winston now from the 50. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it, complete. And that one results in 35 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he'll take it into the touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Number 53, Mike 53. All you get is a headache. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam, slam. Hey, 5 on the 50.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready. White 25. 3, Mike. Watch the slant. Hatchet. White. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On second down now. It's Jones. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Hey, gun. Let's go right here. Hey,
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Go ahead.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. 3. Hey, 5-0. Watch the shit.
Running right, Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
5-0. Under 10. 10.
On third down, here's Jones. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5 now. Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check nickel.
Now Jones. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
11.
Another run here with Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Mike 16.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, great job defensively. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Slam. Check safety. Watch the edge. Pick the edge. Wait. Switch gears. Go.
Following the interception, Winston. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Jones. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check 13. Switch. Signal. Stand back.
Again, it's Jones. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Pick it up. Deuce. Johnny. You got tight right there. Flip it. Kill. Check.
They'll go with Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. Well, he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big run there by Jones. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, alert 3. Watch out. Here we go, even. Check.
On second down, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's go, G. Even. Here we go. Watch twist. Hey, let's get a good person. Hey, turn it out. Follow. Check 3.
Jameis to throw it. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. After the penalty, it's Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready. 53 is the mark. Hey, let's get in that hole. Hey,
they'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. T.J. Logan taking it in as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down gets them a yard to the 26. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Running right, here's Sanders. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Garoppolo now. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him, because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult, because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Here's Winston. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 52. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Let him go.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Check 26, check 26. Watch twins. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let him go.
On first down, Jones. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Green, come see. Shift. Watch the shift.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Ready. Flag. What do that? Check. Hey, stop. You got nothing to hook me. 99. Check 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down in bounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
13. Protein spill.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Go ahead.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 82 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 31, Eagles 28. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Ready? Move ready. 53, Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Flip it. Check the backer.
Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habit. Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars. Magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with.
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I cocky, I do my dance, Jump in the stands. No man, no man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not.
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Ready.
54. Mike 54. I know he ain't got it. Switch.
Blue draw quarter.
SOS.
Hey, wahoo!
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Go.
Watch the glass. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Coming.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They'll look to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Mike.
180.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
1st down, Minnesota.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Get wide.
2 for 1.
Check.
From the gun, here's Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now after the run by Geis, here's first and 10.
Team 6.
Right 34, right 34. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Joker, 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 Joker. Jim, Jim, Jim. Now. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ready.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Open man is Michael Thomas.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll set up the throw. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Look at me, zipper.
Here we go, D.
Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Bravo. Hey, go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is complete. It's Allen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, me and you all game. All game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Packers nothing.
We go tonight. 2020. Hold on. Check.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And they're going to be set up with excellent field position to start the drive as that gets out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
61, matchbox, light, snap.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Allen's got it complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. Able to find his running back, Geis. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Darius Geis, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Let's